Welcome to Sketchbook Storytime. I'm Chris Carter. Today I'd like to show you sketches from this Claire Fontaine sketchbook. It's a wonderful little sketchbook. I love the Claire Fontaine paper. I find that I can sketch in pencil, I can sketch with fountain pen and ink, and it takes watercolor very well. Today I'd like to share some of the travel photos travel sketches that I created in Great Britain. And I want to point out how wonderful it is to have two fountain pens, each filled with a different color. I usually have black, and then I love to have a sepia. And just what I want to point out is how you can really create so much depth by using lines in one color and just leaving open spaces with the other ink. So this is just another mealtime. Now this is just one color, and you can really see the difference. There are sketches you kind of look in, you have to search a little bit more to get an idea of the space between the people. So here's one. This is using a fountain pen and an ink brush. So the variation of thickness of the line work also helps to establish distance in space. Here we have another, just a quick urban sketch. But look at the difference of having black and brown. It brings out so much more of the shapes. And here we have Borough Hall, which is just a wonderful market. And I do think that because the lines and the difference in the colors, you get to see the people. In the colors, you get the people a little bit better. Okay. Now this one does have color added to it, but and I don't know if you can see it. This was done from the top of the Shard. I just love this sketch. It's a fantastic view of the trains as they come in and out of the station. And I did use two inks again. The brown lines in here are the brown ink, and then the black, which designates the tracks and the trains, and then the buildings, that's all done in black. And then right here too we have another place, and it's just fun to play with the warm and cool. Here too you can overlap. There's a figure here that's drawn in brown ink, and it reads a little bit better because it's a different color ink. It's kind of see-through onto the building. Now here it's just black, and it looks kind of flat compared. Okay. Here we have what would have been very confusing complex. It's in Weatherspoon during dinner one night, and I love these lamps. I think the lamps would get lost with all of the flags hanging up there if I didn't use two colors. Okay. And here we have two. This of course does have watercolor on it, but look at what you can achieve by taking advantage of a very limited palette and working really with the values and the cools and warms. This was all black ink, but then I used just a little tonality. And of course I wrote it in the brown ink. But this was inside of Estero Lounge in Monmouth, and these fringed lamps were just wonderful, but I didn't want them to get confused with the bar taps. So I think that worked out pretty well. Again, a very complicated building that's made a little bit more fun with the two colors. And I find that I stay involved in the drawing when I'm trying to do something as complicated as this. It's fun to go back and forth. It kind of wakes up my brain, and it makes it easier to stick with a complicated subject like that. Here she was so much fun to draw. Again, the black and the brown, and I took advantage of that over there in the cupboard. More black and brown, and there was on my way home. I don't know if you can see that.